11 solo cruise tips every senior cruiser must know. If you're a senior thinking about cruising solo, you need to hear this. We've discovered 11 insider tips that will save you money, help you meet amazing people, and turn your solo cruise into the adventure of a lifetime. What's up, friends? Welcome back to Cruise Compendium, where we give you the insider information that makes your cruising dreams come true. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and notification bell right now, because today's video is specifically for senior cruisers who want to travel solo. And trust me, this is information you absolutely need before you book your first solo cruise. Solo travel is booming among seniors. More people over 60 are cruising alone than ever before. And it makes perfect sense. You don't have to wait for friends or family. You set your own schedule, you explore at your own pace, and you meet incredible people from around the world. But here's the thing. Cruising solo comes with unique challenges. Single supplements that can double your cost. Concerns about safety, worries about eating alone, questions about which cruise lines are actually solo-friendly. By the end of this video, you'll have 11 practical tips that solve all of these problems. You'll know exactly how to cruise solo successfully, affordably, and confidently. Let's dive in. Tip number 1. Choose cruise lines with dedicated solo cabins. This is the most important tip on our entire list. Some cruise lines have cabins specifically designed for solo travelers, and this changes everything. Norwegian Cruise Line was the first cruise line to introduce studio staterooms designed for solo travelers back in 2010. These cabins are built for one person, and you pay no single supplement, zero extra charge. Norwegian now offers studio cabins on 9 of their 19 ships. The cabins measure 99 to 100 square feet. They're compact but efficient, and they include access to the studio lounge, a private space where solo travelers can meet and socialize. Celebrity Cruises also offers dedicated solo staterooms on their Edge-class ships. These cabins are 184 square feet and feature infinite verandas. That means the balcony doors fold into the walls, bringing the outdoors inside. It's perfect for solo travelers who want space and views. Royal Caribbean has solo cabins on several ships, including Anthem of the Seas with 26 solo rooms, and Quantum of the Seas, Ovation of the Seas, and Spectrum of the Seas, each with 28 solo cabins. Holland America introduced dedicated single staterooms starting with their Rotterdam ship in 2021. They've added more solo accommodations on newer vessels. Why does this matter? Because on most cruise ships, cabins are priced for double occupancy. If you book alone, you pay a single supplement, which can be 50 to 100% of the regular cabin cost. That means you could pay nearly double just because you're traveling solo. Dedicated solo cabins eliminate that penalty. You pay one fair price for one person. It's the single biggest way to save money as a solo cruiser. Pro tip: solo cabins book up fast. Like, really fast. If you want one, book as early as possible. 6 to 12 months in advance is not too early. Tip number 2. Look for waived or reduced single supplements. If you can't get a dedicated solo cabin, your next strategy is finding cruises where the single supplement is waived or reduced. Many cruise lines offer select sailings with no single supplement. That means you can book a regular cabin designed for 2 people, but you only pay the per-person rate. You get the whole cabin to yourself for the price of one. Azamara Cruises frequently offers 25% single supplements on their world cruises and other select voyages. Their ships are small, carrying just 702 guests, which creates an intimate atmosphere perfect for solo travelers. Viking Ocean Cruises occasionally waives single supplements on specific sailings. They're adults only, 18+. Which creates a calm, sophisticated environment that many senior solo travelers love. Princess Cruises sometimes offers single supplements as low as 9% over the regular fare. That's nearly nothing. You get a whole cabin for just 9% more than half the cost. Avalon Waterways waives single supplements on most European river cruises for deluxe staterooms and panorama suites. River cruises are fantastic for solo seniors because the ships are smaller, the atmosphere is more intimate, and you're more likely to connect with other travelers. Regent Seven Seas Cruises has introduced more reduced supplement sailings, including some at 0%. These are luxury cruises, so they're more expensive overall, but the quality is exceptional. How do you find these deals? Sign up for email lists from cruise lines you're interested in. Follow travel agents who specialize in solo travel. Check websites like Cruise Critic and Solo Traveler World for updated lists of no supplement sailings. And here's a secret. Off-peak seasons offer better chances of reduced single supplements. Repositioning cruises, when ships move from one region to another, often have great solo deals because cruise lines want to fill empty cabins. Tip number 3. Join solo traveler meetups and Facebook groups. One of the biggest concerns seniors have about solo cruising is feeling lonely or isolated. But here's the truth. You're never really alone on a cruise if you don't want to be. Most cruise lines organize solo traveler meetups early in the cruise. These are champagne receptions or cocktail parties, where all the solo cruisers can introduce themselves and connect. It's a fantastic way to meet people right from the start. Holland America is particularly good about arranging events for single travelers. Lunches, dinners, dance lessons where no partner is needed, book clubs, and other small gatherings throughout the cruise. Princess Cruises organizes regular solo meetups in venues like the Wheelhouse Bar or Crooner's Lounge. They also accommodate group lunch requests in the main dining room for solo travelers who want to eat together. But don't wait until you're on the ship to start connecting. Join Facebook groups for your specific sailing before you even leave home. Many cruises have pre-organized meetups and solo traveler chats online. You can connect with fellow solo travelers in advance, easing nerves and potentially making friends before you even board the ship. Search for groups like Solo Travelers on Norwegian SkyMarch 2026 or whatever your specific ship and date is. You'll often find dozens of other solo cruisers planning the same voyage. These connections make a huge difference. Instead of walking onto a ship full of strangers, you're meeting people you've already been chatting with online. It instantly makes the experience more comfortable. Alright friends, we're just getting started with these life-changing solo cruise tips. But before we continue, do me a huge favor. Smash that like button right now to help other solo cruisers find this information, and drop a comment below. Are you a senior planning to cruise solo? What's your biggest concern? Let me know. Now let's keep going with tips that will save you money and make your solo cruise incredible. Tip number 4, request open seating dining or shared tables. Dining alone can feel awkward, especially on your first solo cruise. But cruise lines have systems in place to help solo travelers connect at meals. Most cruise lines offer open seating dining, which means you show up when you want and sit wherever there's space. This naturally leads to meeting other passengers. You might sit with different people every night, which is a fantastic way to make new friends. Norwegian Cruise Line pioneered freestyle dining, which is their version of open seating. You can eat when you want, where you want, with whomever you want. If your cruise has traditional dining with assigned seating, request to be seated at a table with other solo travelers or couples who don't mind including a single in their group. Just ask the maitre d' on the first day, and they'll arrange it. Some cruise lines like Holland America and Princess will arrange group tables specifically for solo travelers. You'll eat with the same group each night, which helps you build real friendships over the course of the cruise. Crystal Cruises offers a program called Table for 8, where singles can sign up to dine together. It's a hosted event that brings solo travelers together in a comfortable setting. And here's something many seniors don't know. Some luxury cruise lines provide ambassador hosts or social hosts who accompany solo cruisers, particularly women, to dinner, shows, and dancing at no additional cost. Crystal and Holland America both offer this service. The key is to be proactive. Don't just accept eating alone if you don't want to. Tell the cruise staff you're solo and you'd like to meet people. They'll make it happen. Tip number 5, book cruise line shore excursions for safety and socializing. When you're in port, cruise line organized shore excursions are your best option as a solo senior traveler. And there are several important reasons why. First, safety. The cruise line has properly vetted the tour companies. They're held accountable for getting you back to the ship on time. You don't have to worry about navigating unfamiliar cities alone or dealing with language barriers. Second, socializing. Shore excursions are group activities, which means you'll naturally meet and spend time with other passengers. Small group tours make it especially easy to connect with fellow travelers. You might start the day as strangers and end it as friends. Third, accessibility. If you have mobility concerns, cruise line excursions often offer options designed for guests with limited mobility. They'll have accessible transportation and paced activities that accommodate various fitness levels. Some solo cruisers think independent tours are cheaper and more flexible, and sometimes that's true. But for senior solo travelers, the convenience, safety, and social aspect of cruise line excursions usually outweigh the cost savings of going independent. One tip: sign up for smaller shore excursions rather than huge bus tours with 50 people. The smaller the group, the easier it is to meet and mingle with other travelers. And if you're interested in a particular type of tour, cultural, adventure, culinary, look for themed excursions that attract like-minded people. You're much more likely to connect with someone who shares your interests. Tip number 6, travel during off-peak seasons for better deals. This tip can save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars on your solo cruise. And it comes with additional benefits beyond just the price. Off-peak seasons vary by destination. For Caribbean cruises, off-peak is typically late spring through early fall, excluding major holidays. For Alaska, off-peak is May and September. For Europe, off-peak is late fall through early spring. During off-peak times, cruise lines are more likely to offer reduced single supplements or waive them entirely. They want to fill cabins, and solo travelers become more attractive when demand is lower. But there's another advantage to cruising off-peak: fewer families with children. If you prefer a quieter, more adult atmosphere, off-peak cruising delivers. You'll find more mature passengers, less crowded ships, and a more relaxed vibe overall. The weather might not be perfect during off-peak seasons. Caribbean hurricane season runs June through November. European winters are cold. Alaska's shoulder seasons can be rainy, but modern cruise ships are built to handle weather, and the savings can be substantial. One strategy: look for repositioning cruises. These happen when ships move from one region to another, like from the Caribbean to Europe in spring, or from Alaska to the Caribbean in fall. Repositioning cruises have more sea days and fewer ports, but they're often deeply discounted, and single supplements are frequently reduced or waived. Tip number 7. Consider river cruises for intimate experiences. River cruises are particularly well suited for solo senior travelers, and many seniors don't even consider them. River cruise ships are small, typically carrying 100 to 200 passengers. Everyone on the ship gets to know each other. The atmosphere is intimate and social. You're much more likely to make genuine connections than on a huge ocean ship with thousands of passengers. The average age on river cruises tends to be higher, often in the 60s and 70s. You'll be cruising with your peers, which makes socializing more comfortable. Many river cruise lines waive or reduce single supplements. Avalon Waterways waives single supplements on most European river cruises. TALK doesn't charge a single supplement for Category 1 cabins on any of their European river cruises. Viking River Cruises offers select sailings with reduced supplements. River cruises also include more in the fare. Many include shore excursions, wine with meals, and even gratuities. This makes budgeting easier and reduces surprise costs. The itineraries are destination-focused. You're visiting smaller towns and cities that big ocean ships can't reach. And because river cruises dock right in the heart of cities, you can walk off the ship and start exploring immediately. No long tender rides or shuttle buses. The pace is gentler on river cruises, less overwhelming, more cultural and educational. Perfect for seniors who want enrichment and learning rather than water slides and rock climbing walls. Popular river cruise destinations for seniors include the Danube, Rhine, and Rhone rivers in Europe, the Mekong in Southeast Asia, and the Nile in Egypt. Tip number 8. Take advantage of senior discounts and special offers. Cruise lines offer various discounts specifically for senior travelers, usually starting at age 55 or 60. But you have to know to ask for them, because they're not always advertised prominently. Royal Caribbean offers senior savings on select sailings for guests 55 and older. These can include discounts on the cruise fare plus pre-cruise discounts on beverage packages, spa treatments, and Wi-Fi. Many cruise lines run singles at no extra cost promotions where they waive the single supplement entirely. Road Scholar, which specializes in educational travel for seniors, frequently offers these promotions on their learning adventure cruises. Some lines offer free or discounted airfare as part of their senior promotions. This can save hundreds of dollars on getting to and from your departure port. Loyalty programs also matter. If you've cruised with a particular line before, your loyalty status might include perks like free drinks, internet credits, or cabin upgrades. These benefits stack with senior discounts. Sign up for email newsletters from multiple cruise lines. That's where they announce flash sales, last-minute deals, and special senior promotions. The best deals often have limited availability, so you need to jump on them quickly. And don't forget AARP discounts. If you're an AARP member, ask about their cruise partnerships. They sometimes negotiate exclusive deals with cruise lines. We're more than halfway through these amazing solo cruise tips, and the next ones are going to help you stay safe and comfortable. But first, are you subscribed to Cruise Compendium yet? Hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss our insider cruise tips and money-saving advice. Now let's get back to these essential solo cruising tips for seniors. Tip number 9. Pack smart and prepare for mobility needs. Packing for a solo cruise requires a bit more thought than packing with a companion, especially for seniors. First, keep it light. You're handling your own luggage, so pack only what you can manage comfortably. Most cruise lines provide luggage handling from the terminal to your cabin. but you'll need to handle bags when flying to and from the departure port. Pack a small carry-on with essentials, medications, a change of clothes, important documents, and anything you absolutely need for the first day. Checked luggage sometimes gets delayed, and you don't want to be without your prescriptions or critical items. If you use a cane, walker, or wheelchair, contact the cruise line in advance. Most ships have accessible cabins with wider doorways, roll-in showers, and grab bars. They also offer accessible shore excursions designed for guests with mobility limitations. Norwegian Cruise Line, Royal Caribbean, Princess, Holland America, and Celebrity all have accessibility services and can accommodate various mobility needs. The key is booking early and communicating your needs clearly. Consider renting a mobility scooter for the cruise if you have difficulty walking long distances. Ships are big, and you'll do a lot of walking. Several companies deliver rental scooters directly to cruise ship terminals. Pack comfortable walking shoes with good support. You'll be on your feet a lot during shore excursions. And bring layers. Ship air conditioning can be cold, while tropical ports are hot and humid. One solo-specific tip: pack a power strip without surge protection. Ships restrict surge protectors for safety reasons, but basic power strips are usually allowed. This gives you more outlets for charging your phone, tablet, camera, and other devices. Tip number 10. Use the ship's app and Wi-Fi to stay connected. Modern cruise ships have mobile apps that make the solo cruising experience much easier, and staying connected with Wi-Fi gives you peace of mind and convenience. Most cruise lines now offer apps that let you see the daily schedule, book dining reservations, sign up for activities, message other passengers, and even order room service. This is incredibly helpful when you're traveling solo and want to stay informed without constantly asking crew members for information. Virgin Voyages app is particularly robust. You can order food, connect with other passengers, and book activities all from your phone. Other lines like Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, and Princess have similar functionality. Wi-Fi packages have gotten much better and more affordable. If you want to stay connected with family back home, share photos, or check email, buy a Wi-Fi package. The peace of mind is worth the cost for many solo seniors. Some luxury lines like Viking include Wi-Fi in the cruise fare. That's one less thing to worry about. Being able to video call your children or grandchildren from the ship can make solo travel feel less isolating. And if any concerns or emergencies arise, you can communicate easily. Pro tip: download the ship's app before you board. Connect to the ship's Wi-Fi and set up the app on embarkation day. That way you're ready to use all the features from the very start of your cruise. Tip number 11. Embrace the experience and stay open to new friendships. This final tip is less tactical and more philosophical, but it might be the most important one. Solo cruising as a senior is an opportunity for personal growth and discovery. You're not waiting for someone else to be available. You're not compromising on destinations or activities. You're doing exactly what you want, when you want, at your own pace. Some moments will feel uncomfortable. Walking into the dining room alone the first night, attending a show by yourself, exploring a new port solo, that's normal. But those moments pass quickly, especially if you follow the other tips we've shared. The seniors who have the best solo cruise experiences are the ones who stay open to new friendships. Say yes to invitations. Join group activities even if you're nervous. Strike up conversations with other passengers. Sit at the bar instead of hiding in your cabin. Many solo cruisers report that they made lifelong friends on their cruises, people they still travel with years later, people they visit in different cities and countries. The friendships you can build on a cruise are real and meaningful. And remember, everyone else on the ship is looking to have a good time and meet interesting people. You're not bothering anyone by being friendly. Most passengers, especially other seniors, are happy to chat and connect. One solo cruiser we spoke to said, "I was terrified of cruising alone at age 68. But it ended up being the best vacation of my life. I met amazing people, visited places I'd always dreamed of seeing, and I proved to myself that I'm still adventurous and capable." That's the magic of solo cruising for seniors. It's not just a vacation, it's a reminder that life is still full of possibilities, no matter your age. All right, friends, there you have it. 11 essential tips for senior solo cruising that will save you money, keep you safe, and help you have the adventure of a lifetime. If this video gave you the confidence to book your first solo cruise, we need you to do 3 things right now. First, smash that like button to help other senior cruisers find this valuable information. Second, subscribe to Cruise Compendium if you haven't already. We're bringing you insider cruise tips, honest reviews, and money-saving advice every single week. And third, drop a comment below. Are you planning a solo cruise? What destination are you most excited about? Or if you've already cruised solo, what advice would you give to first-timers? We want to hear from you. Look, solo cruising as a senior might seem intimidating if you've never done it before, but thousands of seniors are discovering that it's one of the most rewarding ways to travel. You get independence and community at the same time. You explore the world on your terms while meeting fascinating people from around the globe. You don't have to wait for friends or family to be available. You don't have to compromise on destinations or activities. The key is preparation. Choose the right cruise line. Look for solo-friendly cabins or waived single supplements. Connect with other solo travelers before and during your cruise. Book shore excursions for safety and socializing. Travel during off-peak seasons for better deals. Consider river cruises for intimate experiences. Take advantage of senior discounts. Prepare for your mobility needs. Stay connected with ship apps and Wi-Fi. And most importantly, embrace the experience with an open mind and heart. Solo cruising is growing faster than any other segment of the cruise industry. Cruise lines are finally recognizing that solo travelers, especially seniors, are a valuable market. That means more solo cabins, more waived supplements, more social activities, and more support for traveling alone. This is your time. You've worked hard your whole life. You've raised families, built careers, and maybe you're retired now or semi-retired. You deserve to see the world, and you don't have to wait for anyone else to do it. Book that solo cruise. Choose a destination you've always dreamed of visiting. Get out there and make memories. Connect with people. Learn about different cultures. Try new foods. Dance under the stars on the ship's deck. Watch the sunrise over the ocean from your balcony. Solo cruising for seniors isn't about being alone. It's about being free to be exactly who you are and do exactly what you want. And that's a gift you give yourself. Thanks for watching Cruise Compendium. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, may you find the courage to cruise solo, the confidence to make new friends, and the joy of discovering the world on your own terms. Happy cruising, friends.